Mu Juling bowed deeply before her master, her posture respectful and restrained. In a calm yet heavy voice, she replied that her disciple would never dare to act out of line. Her master spoke slowly. She said that Mu Juling was the most important disciple she had, the one she had personally groomed to inherit her position as the saintess of the sect. As she spoke, she descended gently to the ground, and with her landing came an overwhelming surge of purple energy that flooded the surroundings. She ordered Mu Juling to take a good look at herself. Not only had she failed to cultivate properly, she had even hidden a servant disciple inside her residence, to flirt and indulge in pleasure. As the saintess's purple aura spread outward, Zhao Mu finally understood. No wonder the woman before them possessed such terrifying presence and authority. She was the saintess herself. Mu Juling's master. Without hesitation, Mu Juling dropped to her knees. Her body trembled as she begged for forgiveness, openly admitting her mistake. In response, the saintess's aura flared even more violently. With a flick of her hand, a sword appeared, and she spoke coldly. Since Mu Juling knew she was wrong, she would be given one chance. The saintess slammed the sword into the ground between them. The sound alone sent fear through their hearts. In an icy tone, she commanded Mu Juling to kill the servant disciple with her own hands, to sever the root of her emotions. After that, she would return to Purple Cloud Peak and enter closed-door cultivation for 30 years. Overcome with fear, Mu Juling rushed forward and tightly hugged her master's leg. On the verge of tears, she pleaded desperately, saying that Zhao Mu had nothing to do with this. If she killed him, it would damage her Dao heart, and she feared her cultivation would come to a complete halt. The saintess stared down at her coldly. Her eyes were empty of emotion as she asked, quietly yet dangerously, whether Mu Juling was challenging her authority. In the next instant, an even more terrifying aura erupted from her body. The ground shook violently, the surroundings trembled, and everything seemed to lift into the air. Under that crushing pressure, both Mu Juling and Zhao Mu felt their bodies quake. At that moment, Zhao Mu wondered. Would the saintess truly kill her own disciple? He didn't hesitate. Stepping forward, Zhao Mu released radiant golden energy from his body. When he reached Mu Juling, she turned to him, her eyes filled with fear and uncertainty. But Zhao Mu showed no doubt. He pulled her into a firm embrace and urged her to draw upon his spiritual power. The saintess immediately noticed something unusual. This was no ordinary pure yang body. If she wasn't mistaken, Zhao Mu had awakened the red yang sacred body. Zhao Mu acknowledged her sharp perception. The golden energy flowing through him surged outward, strengthening them both as he supported Mu Juling. The saintess fell silent in thought. She knew how rare the red yang sacred body was, how terrifying such a constitution could be. The man Mu Juling had chosen truly possessed extraordinary potential. In the tense silence, Mu Juling suddenly joked that if she had known Zhao Mu possessed the red yang sacred body earlier, she would have tied him up and taken advantage of him long ago. The saintess cleared her throat loudly. Startled, both of them bowed immediately. Mu Juling hurriedly apologized, saying she had spoken without thinking. Zhao Mu laughed lightly and added that it was just nonsense. In the end, the saintess said she would let the matter go. For Mu Juling's sake, she would spare Zhao Mu for now. She ordered him to return to the outer sect and continue cultivating. Until he reached the nascent soul realm, he was strictly forbidden from approaching Mu Juling again. Wrapped in purple energy, Mu Juling was lifted into the air by the saintess. Zhao Mu could only watch as they disappeared from sight. He rubbed his head, still shaken by the saintess's terrifying power. If she had wanted him dead, a single thought would have been enough. One truth was now clear to him. He needed to become much stronger. Back at the servant quarters, Zhao Mu entered his home. Despite the danger he had faced, he had gained an Earth-rank high-grade cultivation technique and a 4th-grade flying sword. He immediately instructed the system to begin empowerment, and it confirmed the process. As he sat down to cultivate, fierce flames suddenly erupted, illuminating his entire body. He was shocked by how fast his cultivation progressed. He suspected it was the combined effect of the pure Yang Xuanming art and the red Yang sacred body. Soon, the system notified him that the ambient spiritual energy was insufficient and that it would automatically absorb energy instead. After he agreed, countless spirit stones appeared around him. One by one, they floated into the air, dissolved, and transformed into pure spiritual energy that surged around him. A satisfied smile appeared on his face as the aura continued to flow. From outside his residence, a golden glow was clearly visible. After several hours, the energy finally settled. When Zhao Mu checked his surroundings, he realized he had consumed 70,000 spirit stones in a single night. Still, breaking through to the third layer of the Foundation establishment realm in such a short time was more than acceptable. Stepping outside, he yawned and stretched, thinking it was time to find a way to earn money. Suddenly, several figures blocked his path, calling his name while laughing mockingly. At their center stood Hu Chang, a servant disciple at the 8th layer of Qi refining. With a grin, he said he had heard that senior sister Chu had given Zhao Mu many benefits, and asked whether he planned to show some gratitude to his fellow brothers. Hu Chang was notorious in the servant quarters, a bully who relied on his cultivation to oppress both men and women. Once, a new servant disciple talked back to him and was beaten to death that same night. Zhao Mu smiled calmly and called Hu Chang a beast to his face. He said Hu Chang had been stealing from others for years and must have accumulated plenty of spirit stones by now. Enraged, Hu Chang charged forward. His hand transformed into a tiger-like claw as red aura wrapped around his body. But before the attack could land, Zhao Mu casually dodged it. In a cold voice, Zhao Mu said it was far too slow, mocking him for thinking such an attack could win. Before Hu Chang could react, a heavy punch slammed into his face. Hu Chang was sent flying back into his companions, blood spraying as he coughed violently. As his companions rushed to check on him, Hu Chang stared in disbelief. He demanded to know if that really was Zhao Mu, and whether he had truly broken into the Foundation establishment realm. Zhao Mu grinned. A blazing red aura burst from his body. His answer was simple: isn't it obvious? The chapter ends here. Watch out for our upcoming uploads. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you'll always be updated on our future videos.